Are you tired of looking like a farm animal? I know the feeling. About 4 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, I went from weighing 185 my whole adult life to 240. I mean, I started getting man boobs and all that stuff. I was like, what am I gonna do? I've been working out since I was like in 7th or 8th grade, you know, played sports, kept in shape. I eat fairly well. But as I got older, I started to slip. I still worked out 7 days a week, but I was eating like tasty cake pies 3 at a time, tons of carbs, tons of sugar, because I didn't realize at the time that that was the enemy. Carbs and sugar, they're the enemy. I don't care what anybody tells you on social media. My girlfriend, who's a medical professional, she said, if you want to lose weight, legitimately lose weight and get lean, she goes, you got to cut the carbs and the sugar out. So just went cold turkey back in 2020, cut the carbs, cut the sugar out, and like in a month, I started to notice a difference. In 2 months, I had lost 20 pounds. And by 4.5 months, I went from 240 pounds to 190. And people at the gym that hadn't seen me in a while, they're like, dude, what the frick happened to you? You're like super lean, you're vascular as hell. And I was, what, 4 years ago, I was 57, now I'm 61, getting ready to turn 62. And I'm 6'1" right now. And I'm 6'1", and right now I'm 197. When you get older, you want to pack on as much muscle as you can so you don't get freaking decrepit. And that's what happens to people when they get older. When you're 20 and you're 30, everything's pretty good. You feel good, you know, as long as you work out and you eat right and all that good stuff. But when you get older, things change. Even if you look good on the outside, the inside, it may not be working as well. So basically, I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat fruit. They're garbage. I don't care what anybody tells you. They're full of herbicides, pesticides. They're so genetically modified. The bugs won't eat them. So if the bugs won't eat them, why the fuck would I eat them? Seriously. I mean, they have no nutritional value. The soil that they're grown in across the United States is depleted of minerals and everything else. So, and you got fucking blueberries that are the size of fucking marbles. If you could find blueberries in the wild, they're smaller than a fucking pea. So again, I don't eat fruit, don't eat vegetables, don't eat oatmeal. Oatmeal's garbage too. They tested 45 different brands. Guess what they found in it? The main ingredient in Roundup. They tested 45 brands, and in 43 of the 45, they found the main ingredient of freaking Roundup. Can you believe that? And people still eat it. Oh, I eat overnight oats. I eat oats in the morning. That's the first thing I have. And blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. They don't know what they're talking about. I eat eggs, red meat, freaking butter. Sometimes chicken. I've eaten so much chicken in my life from lifting weights and working out. It's disgusting to me sometimes. It depends on how it's cooked, you know. Once in a while, a fried chicken sandwich from, what's that place called? Chick-fil-A is pretty cool. But for the most part, me and my girlfriend pretty much eat the same thing every night. Red meat, ground beef, steak. I eat filet. She eats Delmonico. We both have, our own preferences. And pretty much that's it. Sometimes if I'm going to eat carbs, really the only carb that I truly eat is little cups of white rice. There's minute rice, little cups. They're like, it's 1 cup, it's pre-measured, it's like 240 calories and 47 grams of carbs, I think it is. And once in a while, we will get some fast food, and sometimes we'll eat the bun, sometimes we'll just order it. Now you can go to most fast food places and you can say, I want a double cheeseburger or a McDouble with no bun, and they'll put it in a container and give you a knife and fork, and they'll put some lettuce, ketchup, mustard, pickles, and onions and all that bull crap on it. And it's pretty good. I mean, a McDouble, the protein content is like 25 grams of protein. So what I usually do is I'll order 2 of those fuckers and slap them together on one roll, so I get 50 grams of protein and about 27 grams of carbs. And there you go. If you're busy, you're in a rush, you're on the road, you got a sales job, you're a construction worker, there's your lunch for the day, man. But again, I don't go by what a lot of people, I see a lot of different things on the internet. Some things are true, some things are false. But again, I stick to pretty much the same diet every day. Eggs, red meat, and I'll add some, low sugar ketchup to it, or some salsa so it doesn't get boring, you know what I'm saying? Because if you eat the same thing every day, after a while, it starts to get old. And we do, once in a while, we cheat. Right now, I'm staying pretty strict, probably 1,800 calories, 1,500 to 1,800 calories right now, because I was 203. I want to get down to 190 for the rest of the summer. and I want to get lean going to the beach at the end of the summer. I want to make sure I'm nice and lean for the beach, you know, and that's, like I said, when you live with somebody who's on the same page as you, it makes it easier. When you're by yourself, it's easier to cheat, you know. We don't, you know, if you look in our refrigerator, there's not a lot of food in there because we buy on a daily basis. We try to get everything fresh. Like I get ground beef fresh every day when we eat it, get steak fresh every day when we eat it. If we eat chicken, we get that fresh every day too. Now, here's the thing. I am on prescription TRT. I started about 4 years ago because I felt really, really bad. I mean, I just started gaining a lot of weight. I don't know if that was it because I was probably eating about 5,000 calories a day, but I started gaining a lot of weight and got my blood work done, and my testosterone was 340, and typically you want to be about 700 to 900 nanograms per deciliter. And that's one thing, men and women, because women have hormones too. They have estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. The women's testosterone ranges from 60 to 300 nanograms per deciliter. So you both want to either get it checked at your doctor. I recommend going to a lab that specializes in hormones. A lot of places are local, or you can go online. I use Royal Medical Centers in Florida, and they originally did my blood work. They take care of everything and all that good stuff. The information's in the description below. But once I started that, within about 6 weeks, I felt a lot better, had a lot more energy, along with changing my diet, going to a higher protein, moderate fat, and low carbs and almost no sugar diet. Like I said, I lost 50 pounds in 4.5 months. And that's another thing. I don't use carbs as my source of energy. The best source of energy is good fats like whole eggs, red meat, avocados, and the list goes on, because they're a sustained level of energy. Not like you eat a Pop-Tart before you go to the gym and you get that sugar energy real quick and then you crash later. It's bullshit. Rice Krispie treats, I know a lot of people eat it. It's bullshit. It's garbage. All that stuff's garbage. Yeah, it tastes good and you get addicted to it because of the sugar, but it's garbage. If you do your research and look up the sugar industry on Google, you'll find out how the sugar industry discovered back in the late 60s that sugar was addictive and it was actually bad, and they linked it to heart disease, but they didn't tell anybody. They paid a lot of money to have that information suppressed, and they started putting, in 1970, they started putting sugar in everything from baby food to basically everything human beings eat. And they did that for a reason. Food industry is linked to the pharmacy industry, which is linked to the medical industry. It's all one big circle of evil bullshit. And they want you to be fat, weak, and sick so they can keep pushing those pills. That's a whole nother story. So I created a new channel called Walsh Fit, and I'll be helping people with their workouts, their food, and all that other good stuff. And basically, I'm not going to tell you what this is the right way, that's the wrong way. I'm going to tell you what I do and how it got me there and how you can get there too, so you can be the best version of yourself, whether you're 5'4" or 6'7", whether you're a man, woman, or teenager, or a college age kid. It can be done. I mean, I've helped people at my gym lose weight just by telling them how to change their diet. But what I did, I just cut back on the sugars and the carbs. That made me healthier, and it also put me in a caloric deficit. And if you continue to eat that way all the time, your weight's not going to go up and down. It's not going to fluctuate. You're not going to go from feeling great to feeling like crap. I would definitely suggest getting your blood work done, getting all your lipids checked, get your hormone levels checked, and especially if you're older. Because when you get older, things change. And the reason a lot of people feel like crap, especially men and women in their 50s and 60s, is because their hormone levels drop. And a lot of doctors don't have a lot of guidance to hormone and nutrition because they're really not taught. Most doctors, the average doctors, are not taught shit about nutrition in medical school. I don't care what they tell you. Because you see a lot of doctors online, and a lot of them tell the truth, like Dr. Ken Berry. But anyway, if you're interested, you can message me, send me an email, and I'll help you out as best I can.